Let's get you details now of the India Bloc rift as a result of what we've seen in the national capital. The fact that Aam Aadmi Party and Congress didn't fight together and instead clearly there was an impact of the Congress felt on AAP's performance in several seats. It's led to now the India Bloc allies fighting it out among themselves. The Congress is claiming it's not the party's duty to ensure the Aam Aadmi Party's victory. AAP has hit back, accusing Rahul Gandhi of conspiring with the likes of AIMIM to actually dent Muslim votes, as well as essentially acting as BJP's B team. So you've got the AAP claiming Congress is the B team of BJP, the Congress claiming AAP is BJP's B team. So you've got, in fact, also a question now about whether the Aam Aadmi Party will continue in the India Bloc. And AAP MP Sanjay Singh, when asked that question, said the party leadership will decide on their future in the India Bloc alliance. Several members of the India Bloc, soon after their mandate for the BJP in Delhi, have pointed fingers at the Congress, questioning why there was no alliance and also questioning whether the Congress could have avoided cutting into AAP's vote share. But the Congress is very, very clear. And in their campaign too, while they constantly attacked the Aam Aadmi Party, they've also maintained today that it's not their responsibility to ensure AAP's win. That's the Aam Aadmi Party's problem. They ensured that they gave it their all in every single seat. And remember that while their seat share remains zero for the third time in the national capital, a hat-trick of zeros for the Congress, their vote share went up from 4% to 6%. What that also meant was trouble for the Aam Aadmi Party. If you actually decode the results, in about 11 seats, the Aam Aadmi Party could have fared better, perhaps even defeated the BJP in those 11 seats, if the Congress wasn't out there in the same seat, wasn't fighting it out, because the vote share clearly was split between the two parties. And also, this involves several of the high-profile seats. We're talking about New Delhi, Jangpura, and several others where you had Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia losing as a result of the Congress also eating into a lot of the votes. And when we did a detailed analysis, really, of the votes that the AAP and Congress polled, if you add them together and compare that, contrast that with the BJP in several of these seats, you would see that the AAP would have benefited if Congress wasn't there. The number of votes that Congress got, if that directly went into AAP's kitty, it would have meant essentially that they defeated the BJP candidate on those particular seats. So would we have been talking about a very different result if the AAP and Congress had simply joined hands? Well, it was very clear that the chemistry also wasn't there between the leaders, because from the get-go, you had the Congress top brass, the Aam Aadmi Party, not shying away from attacking each other. And as a result of that and the fact that you had no alliance, you're now seeing there's a blame game taking place within the India Bloc as well. And a takeaway, an impact of, in fact, what we've seen right now in the national capital is that you could have the Aam Aadmi Party pulling out of the India Bloc. But so far, there's been no clarity on that. AAP has maintained that the party leadership will take the final decision on whether they continue to be a part of the India Bloc or not. Ashutosh is joining us live with more details on this. Ashutosh, several members of the India Bloc are questioning why didn't the AAP and Congress get together, be in an alliance for this particular election. But that was very clearly not an option for the Aam Aadmi Party. They maintained that they will fight it out against the Congress too. Going forward now, looking at the kind of open bickering that's happening between these parties, is there a possibility of the Aam Aadmi Party quitting the India Bloc?
Well, two things to see this in a perspective. One, even before forming the India Bloc alliance or during the formation, the Aam Aadmi Party had made it very clear that there will be no alliance in the states between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, including Delhi and Punjab. During the elections, of course, Punjab, they remain an arch rival, and they formed an alliance in Delhi, and there was seat sharing. And even right after completing the general election, there was announced that there will be no such alliance in Delhi, and the AAP will go solo, and so was the case with the Congress. So there was clear, not just indication, but announcement officially from both the sides that the alliance is restricted only to Lok Sabha election, and in assembly they will not go solo. Even this morning, since I have been talking to the leaders, none of the senior leadership from the Aam Aadmi Party, even after the Delhi debacle, are even indicating or ready to speak anything against the Congress, saying that they will not blame for the Congress whatever harm they may have done on certain seats. Rather, the word is coming that we will introspect, and subsequently, since there are challenges in other states, and the next mega election for the Aam Aadmi Party is Punjab, so along with Goa, and then the very next year, by end of 2027, they'll contest in Gujarat. So here, when it comes to the parliamentary debate or certain issues in the parliament, we'll have to see whether AAP is going to join the India bloc. But since already the the one stage is over of Delhi, it's on the Punjab, and Punjab they will remain an arch rival. And it was known to all these parties, all these stakeholders of India bloc, that there are few parties like TMC, like AAP, in certain states. The shape of India bloc will be very different than we have seen in Lok Sabha election. Akshata.
So what we're also effectively seeing is an impact, a ripple really, of the Delhi election mandate on the entire India bloc. It's not just about the AAP party here, Ashutosh. Several other allies also have openly spoken out, questioning what's the point of this alliance if you don't fight in state elections as a united force. And there are many who are also questioning why the Congress went ahead and fought this election against the AAP party. How is the Congress reacting to all of this?
Well, I remember Supriya Srini's very much statement. Congress is not an NGO. A political party is here to contest an election, and that's their democratic right. Remember, in fact, there have been a blaming also from the Congress to the AAP that look, they contested Haryana, they contested Gujarat, they contested all these state elections where Congress was key stakeholder. But all these time when the Aam Aadmi Party is spread into Punjab, they did not contest. They defeated both the Congress and the BJP and Shiromani Akali Dal and formed the government. They contested Gujarat when there was no formation of India bloc. When they contested Goa, there was no India bloc. When they contested Haryana, there was no consensus within these two parties on the seat sharing formula, and they are now both announced to go solo. So it goes with both the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, or for that matter any other political parties. If there is a seat sharing agreement, they will contest together. If there is no agreement, they will fight solo. But you are in active politics. And in active politics, the only way out of the existence and survival is to contest election. Contest is powerfully. You win, you lose, you make some members, and that's how your party is spread. So clearly the Congress made its stand clear. Since there was no seat sharing agreement, there was already announcement that there will be no alliance in Delhi. They contested their election, and they contested in the best way they could.
There's also, this spilling over into Punjab as well. We're not just talking about this election result, but the possibility, and remember the Congress is claiming this, that they have several AAP MLAs in touch with them in Punjab, which means essentially the war between AAP and Congress has reached new levels, new lows essentially. And clearly, you can't expect a message of unity between the AAP and Congress amid all of this bickering. I want to bring in Kamaljeet also on this broadcast for more on what's happening in Punjab. Kamaljeet, there's endless buzz about whether the Congress really does have AAP MLAs in touch with them. Is the government in jeopardy right now for the Aam Aadmi Party? There's a meeting scheduled to happen tomorrow, and everyone's wondering whether that meeting is with regards to what the Congress has claimed now.
Well, many are talking about ripple effects, especially of the defeat of Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. But we've spoken to some top ministers and MLAs in Aam Aadmi Party. They have rubbished the charges. They say there's no imminent threat. They're not even talking about the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs who could actually walk over back to Congress Party. So saying this is something which is misinformation and misleading, especially coming in from the opposition parties, be it the Congress Party or be it the BJP, saying these are baseless allegations being levelled. They're saying they have 92 out of 117. So even if 2030 walk away, and given that scenario, which is very bleak, nobody really gives up on power. The other part is what they're saying is the sort of meeting that they're talking about in Delhi is at 11 o'clock at Kapurthala House, which is the official CM residence in Delhi, talking about how this is about morale boosting, because a lot of MLAs, the cabinet ministers, even the chief minister who had been camping in Delhi, so saying after such a resounding defeat, that's a message coming in from the top leadership that don't lose heart. And the other part is they're saying the equation between Bhagwant Mann and former chief minister Arvind Kejriwal seems to be on track. So saying these are again misleading, that things are not well between them. As a matter of fact, if Aam Aadmi Party wants to stay afloat, wants to survive, they will work harder together to ensure that 2027 polls are in their favor. Considering that BJP doesn't have much of its stake in Punjab, saying Shivani Akali Dal is down and out. A lot of infighting in Congress, and saying how are they even making claims that the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs are willing to switch. So all these are theories saying we are going to stand put and saying no change of guard. Even though a lot of people have been also quoting Aman Arora, we tried to speak to him. He's not really spoken on camera at this point of time, but clearly the messaging or perhaps his statement came out at a wrong time is what the others are actually talking about, but saying no imminent threat. But yes, it's a worry that there's been a resounding defeat. They have to actually do a course correction, even if it means making changes in Punjab, but saying not immediate changes, not imminent threat. All these are baseless allegations.
You know, there's so much of back and forth right now that the BJP is even claiming that this meeting that will happen tomorrow is to replace Bhagwat Mann as Chief Minister and for Kejriwal to take over as Chief Minister of Punjab. Kamaljeet, Ashutosh, stay with me. Let's play out all the reactions that have come in on the story.
ये बाजवा बोलता है, बाजवा छोड़ना चाहता होगा कांग्रेस। अभी पता चला था बाजवा इस इलेक्शन में, दिल्ली के इलेक्शन में अमित शाह को मिला है। बाजवा को गेम कर रहा होगा अपनी चीफ मिनिस्ट्री बनने के लिए, जिनको अपना भरा नहीं संपर्क के भरा होता बीजेपी तुरया फिरता, आप वो कांग्रेस तुरया फिरता, समझे कि आप भी अजे पता नहीं ने किधर जाना किधर नहीं जाना। सर आम आदमी पार्टी का एक भी MLA कोई भी किसी के संपर्क में नहीं, सारे पार्टी के नाल है और असी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की अगवाई के हेठ पंजाब दे पार्टी को होर मजबूत करांगे।
लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल ने ये मीटिंग क्यों बुलाई है?
नहीं वो तो मीटिंग चलो, क्योंकि हम सब लोग काम कर रहे थे दिल्ली में, हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर MLA साहब सबकी ड्यूटी लगी हुई थी, सबने काम किया है, एजेंडा तो नहीं आया। तो मेरा ख्याल है हो सकता कुछ थैंक्स भी करेंगे केजरीवाल साहब के, आपने काम किया, कुछ जो हमने नोट किया होगा इलेक्शन में वो भी पूछेंगे भी क्या क्या आपने फील किया, क्या कैसे हुआ।
दिल्ली के लोगों ने जो मैंडेट दिया है वो सिर माथे पे और उनको नम्रता से स्वीकार किया है। और जैसा अरविंद जी ने कहा है, 10 साल हमने अपनी तरफ से तमाम कोशिशें की हैं दिल्ली को बेहतर बनाने में, दिल्ली को अच्छी गवर्नेंस देने के लिए, और ये लड़ाई आगे भी जारी रहेगी। जहां तक संगठन की बैठकों की बात है तो पार्टी है, पार्टी एक कंटिन्यू प्रोसेस है और हम तमाम पार्टी की यूनिट, चाहे वो पंजाब हो चाहे दिल्ली हो, उनसे फीडबैक भी ले रहे हैं और आगे की योजना भी बना रहे हैं। ये एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मीटिंग है, पार्टी के तमाम जो लीडरशिप है उससे फीडबैक भी लिया जाता है, आगे की योजना भी बनाई जाती है, ये उसी क्रम में मीटिंग है।
आपको लगता है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल मुख्यमंत्री बनने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं, और अगर करते हैं तो क्या पंजाब आपको लगता है एक्सेप्ट करेगा?
नॉट एट ऑल। पंजाब, मैंने पहले कहा कि पंजाब इज नॉट जस्ट अनदर स्टेट, इट इज एन इमोशन। पंजाब इज नॉट दिल्ली, पंजाब तो फुल ब्लोन स्टेट है, इसका अपना हिस्ट्री है, कल्चर है, एक हेरिटेज है। तो पंजाब कभी बाहर से किसी आदमी को अपना मुख्यमंत्री स्वीकार कभी नहीं कर सकता। ये आपको मैं पत्थर के लकीर वाली बात बता, अगर ये दुस्साहस करेंगे तो पंजाब की आम आदमी पार्टी भी और पंजाब के लोग भी इसको कतई बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे और बहुत बड़ी बगावत होगी।
We have lost Delhi just by 2% difference in votes between BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. So there is a whole section of society, there's a huge number of people, half of Delhi, trusts and believes the Aam Aadmi Party. And similar supporters are there in Maharashtra, in Goa, in Gujarat, in Jammu now, and of course in Punjab. So I think we are a national party, and this is of course the debacle. We need to introspect and we need to realign our methodologies. But I think that the party is going to go from strength to strength. We are going to spread across states. We'll have to redesign, rethink a bit, but our core ideology of doing welfare for the people of India, that is unique.
दिल्ली चुनाव हारने के बाद अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने कल पंजाब के MLA की बैठक दिल्ली में बुलाई है। ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी अब भगवंत मान जी को नालायक बताकर, इनएफिशिएंट बताकर, उन्होंने औरतों का 1000 रुपया देने का वादा पूरा नहीं किया, पंजाब में नशा नहीं वो रोक पा रहे, पंजाब के लॉ एंड ऑर्डर हालात खराब हो गए हैं, ये कहकर भगवंत मान जी को हटाना चाहते हैं और खुद अपने MLA से ये कहलाकर कि अरविंद केजरीवाल अच्छे आदमी, इनको मुख्यमंत्री बनाओ, ऐसा वो सपना देख रहे हैं।